Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Fate and Folly, The Chosen Ones, a fable about four souls and the threads of fate that bind them, who are destined to save a dying world. And as always, let the cast introduce themselves.
I'm 2Js. I'm playing Tank, the Kobold Artificer Alchemist.
I'm Arsonist. I am playing Violet Nakma, the intelligent sorcerer, psionic fighter.
I'm Block, and I am playing Agathor, the Illrigger slash barbarian.
And I am Diddy, your DM. You'll notice that Linnea is not here today, just some scheduling conflicts, so they will be back next episode. So they'll just be absent just for this one go. So a little recap for what happened last session. While flying west in their newly minted airship, the Aggie of the Skies, you guys notice the vast forest below you were all scorched, and you can see a gold dragon flying in the distance, burning the lands. Agathor recognized his village of Kitmos, so you all decided to descend down, where you came across some gnomes and the Ruinor refugees at odds with one another. The party managed to smooth over the situation between Gammy and Fraser. Apothecary Allen then taught Tank how to make a health potion, and Manny the Armorer was given 8 daggers and 100 gold pieces by Violin to make chest armor, which will take him about a week. Then you were told about Highland City, a place of worship, and it could have info on where the god is that you're looking for in the west, the sibling. At the nighttime, the blight that has been spreading across the lands reached Kitmos. You guys managed to fight it off and made sure that the people of Kitmos would prepare against any further attacks. The Chosen Ones then traveled on foot to Highland City to avoid the ire of the dragon in their airship. You were then accosted by your greatest fears, Agathor and Violin taking a level of exhaustion in response. You made it to the city, where Tank found an old alchemical lab, and he found a recipe book and a vial of dragonfire, where he realized fire, and I forgot to mention radiance, damage, the only things that really seem to hurt blight. But dragonfire, on the other hand, seems to return it back to its original form as well. In the Church of the Father, you guys found a Book of the Father, which told you of a grove near Culloden to go check out. At which point, the party was then ambushed by the undead. A horde was descending upon them, and things looked pretty bleak when the gold dragon swooped in and burned up all the mutants, all the zombie-like creatures. And that is where we're picking up this session. So you guys just see this big old scorching flame kind of go through, and the entire horde has now been engulfed in flames. You can hear them screaming and curdling and rolling around in the fire, but at the same time you notice that all of these kind of mutated, orifices and pustules and disgusting flesh on their bodies seems to be kind of melting away, and now this population of a horde of undead seems to be returning back to its normal, civilization.
Did the dragon land, or did it keep flying after it scorched everybody?
Have you all roll me a perception check, I can tell you.
Perception check to see if the giant dragon's still here. Understood.
Now, those of you that are experiencing exhaustion, remember you still roll at disadvantage.
Alright, yeah.
Oh my god, I have been stuck rolling 14 for like 3 sessions now.
I got a natural one for a 9 with my... Well, I mean, it would, even if I did have disadvantage, it wouldn't matter. It's my first roll. So... But when you said they were, like, the civilization was coming back, like, as in they were turning back to their normal corpses, or are they alive again?
So, there are some of them that are dead, and then there are some that are turning back to their normal selves.
Okay, so
living
some
cells.
died and then became infected. Some of them lived but became infected while living. Okay.
Yes.
Man, this
I got
dragon
an
must be
8.
supernatural.
8. All right. So Tank, you notice that the gold dragon seems to be descending on the outskirts of the city.
I'll start making my way towards the dragon.
Would you say that you're making your way downtown?
Making
Walking fast.
I would not say that because Tank is probably fascinated about all these people just starting to heal in front of him. So he's probably taking a look at some of those on the way.
Okay, well then you also notice that the people around you, while you're walking through this crowd to get to where the dragon is descending, you all notice that the people around you seem to be scared and confused and panicked.
Vylin, you're pretty good with your words, I think, maybe. Or Agathor, I think one of you are better at words than I am in crowds. Could you try and calm these folks down before we have a full-on riot?
I think I'm pretty good at calming people down. I mean, it worked in the previous time. Yeah, so I will. Shoot, there's something I can climb on top of to like get up higher or something. Not like a roof or something, but like a couple boxes or something.
Yeah, there's a bench on the side of the road that you're walking on.
Yeah, I'll climb up on the boxes and address the crowd.
Literally just told you there's a bench and you go, I'm gonna go climb up some boxes. Fuck you, DM.
Hey man, this is Baldur's Gate now. I pulled out 50.
Didn't tell you there were boxes. But fine, there are some boxes.
I misspoke.
Baldur's Gate boxes to the sky.
Exactly, I'm getting advantage. Anyways, I would climb up on the bench and
No bench anymore. It cracked under your weight. Go use your stupid boxes.
Find them.
Petty.
I'll find them. I'll spend 5 hours finding the boxes and I use those. I climb up on something. I don't know what it is. God hasn't told me yet.
I just told you the boxes.
I'm confused. Is it the bench or the box?
You stand up high. How about that?
Agathor dies just suddenly.
Agathor suffers from sudden onset death syndrome.
Okay, Agathor, you're standing on some boxes. People are looking at you because you've been standing there for a while, not saying anything.
Oh, come on. Time is removing. Okay. I stand up on the boxes and I will address the crowd.
Before he says anything, I'm gonna give him the help action. I want to try and just reach into people's brains and calm them down.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I just got to review your psionics.
Did we ever...
Yeah. So you notice that the mines that you reach out to, their doors seem to be kind of not wide open. They seem to be in shambles, as if whatever they've experienced has just kind of destroyed them mentally. So you can just stroll all in, and you feel immediately the panic and the confusion, and the fear kind of just enveloping them entirely. And that's all
I'm
you
just
can
gonna
really feel.
Oh.
You can roll me an intelligence check to see if you can get anything else further than that, though.
Okay.
While all this is going on, Tank is just going to walk around with his healing kit and like do first aid on some of the more injured people.
Okay. That I will say that's also going to help whatever Agathor says as well, because they're you're showing that you are, coming in peace. You're not a danger to them.
Even with disadvantage, that is a 19.
Oh wow. Okay. You get the feeling that these people, the ones that are living, know where they are. They recognize their own city. They don't really know maybe what has happened, but they also remember that when they were last in this city, they were fearing for their lives from this kind of evil sickness, the blight that was encroaching on them. So they still are aware, and now they notice their city is completely enveloped now, and they just want to get the fuck out of here as far away from this as they possibly can.
I'm gonna relay that information. I'm gonna psychically relay that information to Agathor. But while I'm in there, can I don't know if I could use this check that I already made, or if you want, I can make another one. But I'm just gonna go in there, and I'm just gonna like take the part of their brain that's making all of this. I think cortisol is the stress hormone.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna reach towards the part of their brain that's making all the cortisol, and just like turn the dial down a little bit.
Are you talking about me or them?
Them.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm just
being
gonna
able
force
to,
their brain. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, being able to turn down your own cortisol before you have to do public speaking would be a great talent.
Just so you know, cortisol is not produced in the brain; it's produced in
Is
the
it?
kidneys.
Really?
It's the adrenal glands which are on top of each of the kidneys.
Oh, that's
Interesting.
true.
I did not know that. I just assumed that it was it's literally all in your head, so I assumed it was in your head.
But there's definitely got to be a signal from the nervous system that's involved, probably the pituitary of some kind. So I'll say that you can manipulate their stress levels in the brain regardless. I'll allow
I
you
mean,
to
at
do
the
that.
very least, I have to be able to turn off the receptors for it.
Okay, so you'll get, let's say, you'll get advantage, Agathor, which means you're going to get straight up even roll, but I'll also give you a +2 for
Let's
these two helping.
go. I'm gonna go for a minute. I have ice cream. I'll be back.
I want ice cream.
That's very unprofessional during the stream.
Anyways, I will.
Agathor, the crowd is waiting.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, right as I was about to speak, all of a sudden, just slow motion mind bending, what just happened. Anyways, people. Just to be sure, this is Highland City, so I don't sound like.
Highland City.
Okay, just
Yep.
making sure. People of Highland City, I understand you are scared and a little confused as to what happened. As you can obviously see around you, your town has sadly fallen to the blight. But due to the help of my friends and a much more powerful being gesturing towards, well, I didn't see the dragon, but a much more powerful being, we were able to free you from this blight. I ask of you to, in a calm fashion, evacuate the town so you do not fall to it again. Off to the shoot. What direction? Out of character. What direction would Kitmos be?
That would be east.
Yeah. Off to the east, there is a town that has not been taken over by the blight and is in fact protected from it. Its name is Kitmos. There are people who are living there, and there may not be room for all of you, but there will be room to build the town and expand and grow. And I would recommend heading there for the time being. That way when this blight is taken care of, you may return to your homes.
Okay. I told you were going to roll with advantage. That would get you even. But you basically touched on everything that I would want you to touch on. So I'm going to give you advantage again. So now you can actually roll with advantage and the +2.
Yay!
Who would have thought that Kitmos would become such an important little village? So
It was destroyed by a fucking fire initially, and then suddenly now it's booming because all because fucking Santa Claus brought it back to life.
With your +2 that you gave me, 22.
Okay. The people all kind of shuffling around and whispering, and if Violin were here, he would realize that the cortisol levels, the stress levels of these individuals, seem to be lowering without him needing to help as well, because they have a place to go. That's kind of what worried them. But someone does speak up from the crowd. But is that in Finva?
It is.
Isn't it dangerous for us to go into Finva?
Kitmos is on the very edge of Finvar, less than a day's hike. If anybody sees you and takes issue with you being there, tell them the Chosen sent you.
The Chosen? Who the fuck are that?
That's us.
Chosen by who?
It's no concern right now. Just know that we have been tasked to stop this blight, and we'll do everything in our power to keep your town and you safe until we figure out how to do that. I also want to say, Diddy, as I was giving the people first aid, like anybody I was administering first aid to, I would also tell them about fire and light and how the blight reacts to it, so that they know how to protect themselves moving forward.
Okay.
You need not to worry of who chose us. It is a neutral party not bound by any kingdom or town. We are here to help everyone.
Someone else chimes in.
You weren't even chosen.
That sounds mighty suspicious, being chosen from someone outside the law.
I mean, I doubt the gods wish to involve themselves with the kingdoms individually.
Also, we kind of just, with some help, we kind of just saved all of y'all. So can't you just afford to give us a little bit of trust right now and see how it works out for you?
What?
Go ahead.
With the mention of the gods, there's a loud murmuring through the crowd. But if Violen were here again, letting you guys know this, he would feel that there is, they're not distrusting you. They're just trying to get all the information that they can in this situation. They are very confused and just trying to clarify things. So, most of the crowd does start to kind of venture east, as you guys had indicated.
All right. Also, another thing, I know that Linnea is not actually here, but just to make sure we cover our bases, can we say that she's the one who picked up and read the book? That way it's accounted for.
I mean, if
sure.
Read the book, I'm pretty sure she was the one who did read the book, because my character didn't read the book. I know that's
okay. I just wanted to make sure our bases were covered, because I was still a little bit foggy. I haven't listened to the last episode yet, but Agathor, Valen, I think we should go talk to this dragon.
I'm sorry, that took longer than anticipated. We're talking to the dragon now?
No,
we're headed to the dragon.
You got done convincing
all you missed. Agathor did a good job with his persuasion. We convinced the town to go, or the refugees, to go to Kitmos and trust us for now. Told them we were chosen. Didn't say by who. Mentioned it was divine. You got a couple signals that the stress level had gone down a lot, and that they didn't not trust us. They were just trying to gather information. And that's it. Now we're headed to the dragon.
Alright.
Diddy, is the land itself in the city blighted the same way that the forest was? Like, are the buildings covered in blight and the streets and all that?
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place, except where the Dragonfire was in contact. But it's not. Yep.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna reach into my chest of holding and pull out a torch for each one of us and just light it with my fire cantrip. Just in case anything funny happens.
I will.
Okay.
Right when you try to pull that torch from me, I'll say no need, as I still have my flaming blade activated.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll pull out 2 torches then.
Okay. So yeah, you guys walk through the streets. It's still eerily quiet, minus the shuffling of feet and the murmuring of nervous voices going away in the distance behind you. The fog kind of envelops again into the streets. But your torchlight and flaming sword light does manage to kind of keep this blight at bay from encroaching deeper into the street and enveloping you. And you kind of clear your path all the way to the edge of the city, where the fog is very clear, presumably by the landing of these great wings from this dragon beating. And you can see to the end of the street, and on this little rise beyond the outskirts of the city, is this massive, ancient gold dragon.
As soon as he takes notice of us, I want to take a knee and in Draconic say, thank you for what you did back there. It's a great honor to be saved by a dragon as esteemed as you must be.
So he gazes on all of you. Everyone make me a Constitution saving throw.
23.
17.
13 plus 18.
Okay. You guys feel the weight of this gaze. It's not just an ancient being, but there's more to it than that. There's something more powerful there. And you feel your knees like shaking a little bit, buckling, but you all manage to kind of get yourself, right yourself. You're the chosen ones, for God's sakes. Pay attention. Fucking prove it, Lady of the Lake, that you are her heroes. And but of course, Tank, you have it a little bit easier because you're on your knee, anyways. And he looks down to you, and you hear in Draconic, in Common, in your heads, mentally, you hear, "Fear not, puny mortals, for I am the only one who can create chaos, and this blight is an abomination that must be cleansed."
I say back in Draconic again. Yeah, I could not agree more. That is what led us here, is to see if we could find a way to stop the blight. Why am I not tank talk? That was, yeah, that's what I say. And I'll ask, how should we address you?
And Garrix, god of destruction and chaos.
At the mention of the name, I'm dropping to the knees and bowing just. Yep.
Insight check.
Insight check. On who? Your insight.
Is this really God?
Is this really God?
You're insight checking the dragon?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
$14.
The gaze immediately shifts to you and you alone, Violen, and you feel, you are very strong, and you can sense everyone else's mental defenses, whether there's a door or it's wide open. Do you have to knock? Can you just walk in? Do you have to force the door open? And you know that you have, of all these people that you've met and you've encountered, other than the king himself, you have the strongest defenses that you've seen. You are very powerful when it comes to that kind of ability. And this being makes you feel like a child who knows nothing. Because he just walks up, casually opens the door, walks in, and closes it. Hello, Violin.
What a boss bitch.
Do you have a problem with your god?
I would die 1,000 times over for the Deathless Queen. Do not question my loyalty to her.
But you see, I know more about you than you know about yourself. And what I know is, she will turn her back on you. There is an evil you carry, and it must be cleansed.
Are we privy to this conversation, or is this?
No, this is in Violin's head. You guys just noticed that it's gotten very intense with the dragon staring.
Yeah,
at
Violin and this dragon look like they're ready to shoot each other. It looks like there should be fucking cowboy music playing. They're staring each other down.
And you guys are on your knees still in front of them.
Mm-hmm. Did a quick bow. Mm-hmm.
Is the dragon still perched in the same spot, or did it move closer to do this whole mind battle?
Its neck and its head, so it is closer, but its body is not moved.
Okay.
You are powerful. This I will admit. But either you are a fool, or you do not know. The Deathless Queen would never turn her back on the Githyanki. The Deathless Queen would not turn her back on me.
She would, if you knew. Sorry. She would, if you knew what I know. What you have forgotten, my friend. And for that, for your insolence and ignorance, I will not aid you in this matter, but leave you to figure it out on your own. And you immediately feel him leave your mind.
Bitch.
And then he addresses the rest of you. You speak of ending this blight. What plans do you have to accomplish this task? And secondly, how do you think you, mortal beings of insignificant strength, can do better than a god?
With all due respect, Garrick's god of chaos and destruction, we didn't say that we could do a better job than a god. We actually, in my mind at least, I speak for myself and not for the group in this moment, I would actually wonder if you would allow such mortals as ourselves to ally with someone as powerful as you, because as we have recently learned, your dragon's fire is quite a powerful tool. And as far as how we plan to end the blight, as a god yourself, I'm sure you're familiar with the Lady of the Lake.
I know of her.
She gave us her blessing in a divine quest to restore her siblings back to full strength so that they could restore the Fate Maker. I'm sorry, I forget his name, but the big bad god boy. Or big good god boy, I guess, technically. I don't mean
Yes.
Billy I apologize.
De Weaver.
The Weaver. Thank you, Vi.
This intrigues me. How would you use my assistance in this matter?
Do you know the effects of your dragon fire on the infected? On the infection?
Why do you think I've been flying around, scorching these lands, cleansing it? You displease me. And Violet, roll me another Constitution saving throw. Remember, you're still doing this at disadvantage.
No, that's like 3 levels of exhaustion. I
Oh,
only
right,
have one.
saving throws. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
That's not part of that.
Level 1 is just ability checks.
Yeah, I don't have disadvantage on these. If I did, I'd be fucked.
Royally.
Does lesser restoration restore exhaustion, or does it have to be greater?
I think lesser and greater both restore. I think greater restores all exhaustion. Lesser restores maybe I think 1 level of exhaustion.
I'll check, because I can prepare
Well, I mean,
lesser restoration if this becomes more of an issue moving forward.
I'm not gonna live with exhaustion. I'll be fine.
Violet, what was your con save?
22. I thought you heard me when I said it the first time. Sorry.
No, I was waiting the whole time. Okay.
Yeah, it didn't come through at all.
Oh, it didn't?
Nope.
I said it, but I said it right before you said the disadvantage. You mentioned that I was at disadvantage.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Okay. And with that, he looks at you and goes, perhaps you are not so puny as I thought. What is this plan you have? Speak it clear, speak it true.
If we can... Oh, so you
go
yes,
ahead.
I would rather hear from the lizard than this annoying one here.
He does not like me. You tell him what he does not like me.
We plan, like I said, we plan to restore the siblings of the Lady of the Lake, so that they in turn can restore the Weaver. But as far as how we could ally ourselves with you, we do need to go to what was the name of that town again that has the grove? I'm sorry.
It's just known as the Grove, and it's outside of Culloden.
Culloden, that's what we need to head to Culloden, to an area known as the Grove. And if this blight begins to overtake us again, it would be one of the greatest honors I've ever felt in my life if we could have some air support.
You mentioned Culloden. No matter what I seem to do, the blight seems to keep spreading from that blasted place. There's some evil within Culloden that I cannot reach, and it's giving the blight power. If you speak of a place nearby that can aid us in our conquest of Culloden, or aid you on the conquest of Culloden, I would be remiss if I denied your request to join forces. So I will help you at the
As
Grove.
soon as he says that, I go into the deepest bow that a kobold can bow.
Yes. Okay, I am mighty, I am great, I am wonderful, I know. So I will help you at the Grove. As long as you agree swear to me under oath that you will free these lands from the blight by defeating whatever resides within Culloden. If you do not hold up your end of the bargain, there will be swift retribution.
I have a separate question. I am gonna agree to that, but do I get a sense that he is? You said chaos and destruction, which makes me think evil. But is he more neutral and he's just like life needs natural forces of chaos to exist? Or is he evil in the way that like he just wants to cause as much chaos as possible? Or can I roll like religion or insight to see if I can get a better idea?
Yeah, either one of those is fine.
Because, as you might not know, Tank doesn't really have a god. And here is a dragon who is a god right here in front of him. But he also doesn't want to align himself with an evil. Okay, that should be good. I got an 18 on the dice. Let me look at my bonus. It's the same either way, so 22.
Okay. He's not evil per se, but being the god of chaos and destruction, he doesn't like that one side in particular is winning. He's kind of the balance between good and evil. So right now, this is all evil, and he hates that. He wants there to be chaos between them. Right now, there's not enough chaos because it's just one thing, all dark. So I guess you could say he's a chaotic neutral kind of god.
That makes sense. So I'll respond by saying, to this offer you have made, I swear on the sanctity of my word that it will be done.
And
You
you...
with the god of... Oh, sorry.
Sorry?
No, I was making stupid comments. You go.
Okay. And you, the telepathic one, what do you say? Do you swear this oath?
Right? Pestilence will fall.
Excellent.
What was
Pestilence will fall.
Got you.
And then he looks. Finally, after all the distractions, he rests his gaze on Agathor.
I'll just be
And you. And he stops in his sentence. You. Something is familiar about you. Who are you?
Still looking at the ground, not looking up. My name is Agathor Gariax the 16th. Son and heir to Agathor Gariax the 15th.
Who is son and heir to Gariax the 14th, and son and heir to Agathor the 13th.
Yeah, this goes on for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna, I was gonna cut it off there, but like assume that I've gone up to like the first Agathor.
You have taken my name as yours. Why? Why do this? Why is this so familiar?
Wow, I have not taken your name. It has been made my own. My family has carried this name for generations. Why?
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can count, but 16 of them.
Why this name? I know not. Yet, I do know you are someone to be respected. This entire time, still haven't looked up. Can't look upon the greatness of the dragon.
So Agathor, just like Violent felt, you feel, and your defenses mentally are not nearly as strong as Violent's. He just kind of makes Swiss cheese of your shit and just walks straight in. And you see him, you feel him kind of sifting through the various Agathors in your lineage. And so finally he reaches the first. I do remember you, Agathor the First. I convinced you to go on a rampage, killing the gods, to anger the Weaver, creating chaos and destructions.
Okay, maybe I'm not gonna swear fealty to this guy.
You freed the pillars. You did it. You best. I'm not saying that in character. I assume that's all psychic. I don't hear it.
So so this is all psychic. No one hears any of this. No one hears what's going on. Once again, it's just an intense stare between Agathor. Well, actually, it's a little bit less of an intense stare, more of an inquisitive, kind of curious stare from the dragon towards Agathor. So not as harsh.
Intense stare, but not cowboy. Yeah. Not that kind of stare.
I'm getting the imagery of like Agathor bowing, looking at the ground, and then like 2 feet above him, the dragon's head just looking at him.
Your hair is shifting as he's like breathing on you with his nostrils.
Like every edit of King Baldwin on TikTok.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have TikTok, but anyways.
Why'd you laugh?
Yes.
I didn't laugh because I didn't understand it. He looks down at you and mentally in your head again. So, you have been around for much longer than just the one life. What happened to you, Agathor?
You're talking to the first or to the 16?
Either way, you're gonna answer.
I know, it doesn't matter.
He's speaking to the first. We'll say he's speaking to the first. So what does the first say to him?
It's been some time. I've battled the gods, one after another, killing them, making my way to the top. Then I met the ultimate, the Weaver. And well, my power was just not great enough. And now I'm cursed to look through the eyes of my weak children.
I don't know if it's just for me, but I think this voice is making your microphone cut out.
I could hear it.
No, that's just you, bro.
Okay, good to know.
I could hear him. You fought the Weaver, did you? That is wonderful. I am very pleased, my little minion. And for attacking the Weaver, I presume he is the one who has cursed you with this.
You would be correct in that assumption.
Well, Agathor, Garrix the 16th, and the First, for helping me create chaos, I will remove your curse, if you so wish.
No, but I could use a little, feel less exhausted if you could do that.
I shall not take said offer. It may be a curse, but it guarantees the extension of my bloodline. And one of them, eventually, will meet me.
my standards of power. And I dream of the day I can see my child, my descendant, conquer this land.
Okay. Now, he did offer this not just to the first, but to the 16th. So, role-playing Agathor the 16th, who has 15 other voices in his head, does he want this curse lifted?
I was gonna say Agathor the First sounds like an asshat.
Oh, he was. He was.
He's a very disappointed father figure.
I can't imagine you're a good guy when you're trying to fight the guy who made everything.
So, he then addresses Agathor the 16th. Does he want the curse removed? Does Agathor 16th want to become one of these voices one day? Or does he want to be able to rest if he dies? That's kind of the big question.
It has its ups and its downs. I would not be here assisting my new companions or even speaking with you now if it wasn't for this curse. Yet, at the same time, the prospect of looking through the eyes of another eternally. I'm going to have to decline. I feel I still need the guidance of my ancestors. And I feel when the time comes, being able to give guidance to my children and my children's children will be very beneficial.
So be it. But now, once again, I need you to swear me an oath of ridding Blight of these lands, helping me once again as you did all those generations ago.
To your words, I swear. Whether it be an arm, a leg, or my life, no matter the cost, this blight will be ended.
Did we just make a deal with the god? Oh, did we just make a deal with the god of warmongers?
Probably.
God of destruction and chaos, to be specific.
Yeah. So he doesn't want the good side to win. He doesn't want the bad side to win. He just wants them to keep fighting forever. That's what we call a warmonger. Deuteronomy.
Yeah.
He makes money when we wage war on each other. That's what he is the CEO of Lockheed Martin.
If you will allow me, old great one. You offered to remove the curse, and I did decline. However, do you think you could do the tiniest of favors for me and my companion, gesturing towards Violet, the telepathic one? This blight has sapped some of our energy, and it is making things slightly more difficult. I know it is far beneath you, but would you be so gracious as to remove this exhaustion, if you will?
Roll me persuasion.
Tank speaks up and says, "Well, if you're offering booze,
This is not a boon, but okay.
I'm kidding. I don't say that.
It was meant to be.
For some reason, I thought you said booze.
It was meant to be. Even with disadvantage, both of them were 23.
Wow. Because we are now allied, and having you at your peak performance would help me in my cause, I will grant you this one request. And then he opens his mouth, and you see this fire burning in his gullet. But he just breathes out this hot air, and it kind of wafts over all of you. And you feel this level of exhaustion dissipates. and tank. If you have any health missing, you feel yourself go back up to full HP.
I don't think I do.
Diddy, question: how bad does his breath stay?
It's hot breath.
it's-
What do you think, bro?
It's the greatest smell you've ever smelled. It's God
Don't
breath.
lie. Don't lie. That shit could scrape the paint off a wall.
Thank you. Oh, great one.
Why does it smell like fish? What?
Well,
We
now
are not
follow
Sorry.
you. Enough complaining. I will now follow you to this grove you speak of. However, I will not intervene until you have proved yourselves worthy in combat. Once I know you can handle whatever comes in Culloden, I will then aid you in your cause.
I guess we, how far of a travel is this?
Well, it depends. By foot from where you are, going to be right now less than a day. But if you backtrack to get your airship, you're going to be, yeah, it'll probably be a day at that point.
So a day either way, or close to a day.
I would say day and a half getting the. How long did I say it took you to get here the first time?
It was a day's travel from Gitmo Station.
Day, so day. Yeah, probably be a day and a half if you go back to get the airship, and then less than a day. You know, I would say 12 hours, a half day.
I mean, the blight is on the ground. I would not suggest walking through the blight.
Can I just say, Agathor, it's so nice to have one of your bloodline with intelligence, because that's such a great point, and I was going to suggest the same thing.
Yes, I mean, less so on that, more so on having a fucking cannon, but yes, that is also a good reason not to walk through the blight.
Agathor the 13th would have just said, well, let's just walk, it's closer, just, let's go fight, hurrah.
Do not speak ill on the dead. No.
Yes, and I will have you know, Agathor the 13th was probably one of the strongest of my ancestors, and they would not take too kindly to your insults.
I speak lovingly, he was our companion.
That was Agathor the 15th, I am the 16th. You said 13th.
Oh, excuse me, I apologize.
Okay,
It's
so you
hard-
guys are leaving Highland City, then heading back to Kitmos to retrieve your airship. Yep.
I guess we're technically walking with the refugees then.
Before we leave, I am gonna do a ingredient search. Which is I just have to roll a d20, and I assume we're not traveling at a fast pace, because we're just walking. Oh, I lost my page. We can continue. I can do this without having to roleplay it.
So while walking through the city, you're just searching for ingredients, and you guys all feel in your head, why are you taking so long? This needs to be done hastily.
If it is worth doing right, if it is worth redoing, it is worth doing right once. We shall take our time. We shall move.
No,
first,
incorrect, wrong. You will go at my pace, or I will punish you.
We are collecting a tool that will assist us greatly in this endeavor.
Would you rush
Be quick about it.
Would you rush a warrior into battle without his axe? or a mage into the brawl without his stuff. We require time, not much. But
Violen, you realize that your connection with the dragon has been cut off. You're just speaking mentally to nobody.
Oh, you fucking asshat. Oh, oh, oh. Violence starts like laughing out loud, like, oh, you mother. Oh.
Okay, so Tank, you can look for your ingredients, but basically you bought yourself some time in the city, but once you leave, he expects you guys to go post haste.
Yep. Okay.
I'm also going to brew a potion for the first time.
Nice.
I'm going to brew a breath bottle. Do you want me to tell you what that does, or do you just want me to keep track of it?
You can keep track. Oh, obviously keep track of it. I wouldn't mind hearing what it does. This is the first potion you've made.
Alright, this oversized bottle contains a spongy substance in which a quantity of concentrated breathable air has been dissolved. Usable underwater up to a depth of 30 feet or in any other environment that lacks breathable air, a character can unstopper this bottle and suck clean, fresh air out, enabling them to breathe directly and continuously from the bottle for up to 1 minute, after which the bottle supply is exhausted.
That's really cool.
Yep, so basically I have a
rebreather.
Yeah, a scuba apparatus, essentially.
I was more so thinking that we could use it to not breathe in the infected air, but that is also a good use.
Well, yeah, scuba is just the first thing that came to my mind, but it can be used for, like, a gas mask as well.
Even in the description, all it talked about was underwater, so kind of makes you lead that one.
I guess that, yeah, it does make you lead towards underwater.
But good thinking, Violet. Okay, so you guys gather what you need, you create a potion, you head out of the city, and you guys notice the looming presence of this golden dragon far above you in the skies, but you still feel his telepathic presence in your minds tracking you you're on your journey. And you guys, actually, with your small group and hurried pace because of the dragon, you do manage to catch up to the kind of the slower, straggling refugees as they're all basically joining people at Kitmos. Lots of the refugees that were already there that you guys met are welcoming the new refugees. You can see the gnomes look a little hesitant and nervous about the whole situation, but seeing you come in, they're definitely a little bit more open and welcoming now that you're there explaining the situation to them. But because brevity is important, you just head right through the town, heading to your airship to collect yourselves and head off to the Grove. And then you guys take off and fly away. And now you have this giant ancient gold dragon flying around your ship, protecting you. You head, I guess at this point, it's a little bit further north. So it's northwest from where you landed. And you head towards Culloden, keeping your eyes open for this apparent grove that's supposed to be between Island City and Culloden.
Would you mind if you allow me to drive? I have been practicing. I would like to attempt it.
Considering you've only flown the one time, I kind of imagine that Violin practicing has been like he got on the airship while it was landed. He was like holding the wheel, pretending he was in the air.
Violin is a part of a hive mind. Violin he has a racial ability. I can learn new proficiencies while I sleep.
Oh, cool.
So you get to switch out like every long rest?
Yeah, I get to switch out certain tool and language tool proficiencies only, I think, for while I'm on a long rest. So I swapped one of them out for a vehicle, so that way I can drive.
Is vehicle considered? Vehicle is under tool, so yeah.
I certainly won't stand in the way. I'll go see if I can spot the grove.
Also
all right.
has land vehicle proficiency? I mean, air
If
vehicle.
everyone rolls me a perception check, and Violin, you're going to roll me intelligence.
Ooh, I got better than a 14 this time.
I got a natural 20 for a 28 on my perception.
You
Wow.
son of a bitch. I got a 22.
I was not. It's been a while since we had the thing, and a lot has happened to me in the meantime.
We
I
no
have
longer
proficiency in land tools, so I do get to add proficiency to this check, correct?
Yes, correct.
25 on the driving.
Okay.
Hell yeah, we all rolled good.
So the two of you looking out the windows, Tank and Agathor, you can see very much like the scorched land and Kitmos being the one little kind of green island. You're looking down now, not so much scorched land, but blighted lands, and you do notice this grove that is still blighted, but not quite as much as the others. And you presume this is probably the place that you're needing to go. Having quickly said this to Violin, with his adept steering skills, he manages to steer you guys right down in the direction you need to go, and swoop down and land you in the nice, perfect spot just outside of the group. In your heads, you hear Garrick's, "This is the location."
Indeed.
Excellent.
It is
Prove.
roasted.
I'm not listening to you. Prove yourselves worthy. Prove yourselves worthy, and I will aid you in your cause. Therefore, you aiding me in my cause.
Is this a
with
one-way
that-
connection? Can I still hear him, or and he can't hear me, or do I have no clue what they're talking about?
Oh, he said it to you as well. He heard what you were saying. He cut you off so you would stop saying it.
Oh, you fucking bastard!
So
Everything
and-
this guy says makes me hate him more. Sorry for interrupting, Diddy.
So you feel his connection kind of wither a bit. He's presumably way up high listening in, but he's just kind of passively present, so much that from this point on, you can't even request help or anything. It's more of a connection for him to be able to keep an eye on you guys. So you can't speak with him anymore, you feel. And yeah, you guys disembark from Aggie of the Skies. Now, the whole point of him getting you guys to do this quickly, it took you a day and a half. You are pretty tired. No one's taking a level of exhaustion. He made sure to keep that away from you, but you haven't long rested in a good while at this point, heading into the Grove. But he wants you to be quick about it, so he didn't allow that to happen. So, when you guys descend out of the airship, you notice that the floor of this grove seems to be like a bog, kind of gurgling, blurping, black ooze. And at the center of this kind of clearing, in the center of all these kind of whomping willow-like trees, the middle is a massive tree, very evidently cursed by the blight.
I launch a firebolt at it.
Okay. All right. And we're going to take a brief break before we start this combat.
Alright, we'll see you all later.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fate and Folly, the Chosen Ones. When we last left off, our intrepid heroes had arrived at the Grove, trying to prove themselves to Garrix, the god of chaos and destruction, the gold dragon. And when they found this bog now in a massive tree that was cursed by blights, first thought through Tank's head was, gotta firebolt that thing. So that's where we left off. That's where we're picking back up again. So if everyone can roll me initiative, but you roll me your attack roll as well. Tank, do that first.
Alright, I'll have you know that I've been listening to a lot of Dimension 20 lately, so when you said Intrepid Heroes, it took everything I had to not say, "Hi, Intrepid Heroes."
Is that something they do on that podcast?
Yeah.
Which one's
that's
Dimension
there.
20? Why does that sound so familiar?
This the one that Brennan Lee Mulligan hosts
Oh, I love that guy.
with the college dropout cast, or now it's just dropout. Excuse me. My attack is a 17.
All right.
Is this like? Have you ever played the Nintendo 64 Kirby's Dream Land? Is this like that tree boss?
I've not played it.
Okay. The 17 hit. Do I need to roll damage?
You do hit. Roll damage.
I got a
D10.
22. Somebody.
D10. There's a D10. D10 plus 4. Well, actually, it's 2D10 because we're past level 5 now. 5 and 6 is 11 plus 4, 15 points of fire damage.
Alright.
And I got a 14 for initiative.
Sorry, guys. I realized I should have been writing this stuff down instead of chatting with you before we started. Okay. 14 for tank. Initiatives for everyone else, please.
I got a natural 20 for 22.
22?
I got a 19 for 21.
Well done.
Agathor and Violent don't have their exhaustion anymore. We're not here to play, we're here to fuck shit up. Fucking Duke Nukem. I'm here to chew ass and kick gum, and I'm all out of ass.
Why? Just why? What was the point of it? What did you get?
You take extreme joy in me crying myself to sleep.
Yes.
I will return the favor.
Bold of you to assume I have tears left to shed.
Alright, I get it. You're depressed. Calm down.
No. I killed my depression. I am nothing but confidence and boiling rage. Now bring
The secret is you just disassociate till you don't feel the depression anymore.
Now secret is just become schizophrenic. So when one gets depressed, you can just switch to different personality.
That's not what schizophrenia is.
Yeah, that's DID, not schizophrenia. But schizophrenia also works. You could instead of being depressed about your shitty life, the government wants to get you. There's people in your walls. Can you feel them? There's bugs under your skin. There's bugs under your skin. There's bugs under your skin.
That shirt's ugly. That shirt's ugly. That shirt's ugly.
Rude. I'm fucking like you bastard.
There is a few good if you think stuff like that is interesting, just go on YouTube and look up like schizophrenia simulator.
No.
There's a pretty good videos.
I'm sorry.
There's a video of my favorite video on YouTube is oh god, I gotta find it now. It's like the Bible at 300. It's like Mozart's 22nd Symphony left ear. The Bible in Chinese backwards. 200,000% right ear. And if you ever listen to it, it will break your mind like glass against a fucking brick wall.
When you say 200% right here, as in loudness or as in speed?
Speed.
Okay.
Are we live right now while we wait on Diddy to do all this?
Yep, and we're going now. Sorry,
They
guys.
heard this word you said.
What?
Yeah, we were live. They heard every word that was just said.
All right. So, you did your fireball attack, and you hit the tree in the center. Everyone roll me and perception check.
I got 18. I rolled a 14 on the dice. I can't get away from that number.
I got a 22. Rolled a 14 on the die.
I got a 12. I got a 9 on the die.
So everyone but Violet, you guys notice that when the fireball hits the tree, there are some things that twitch. Like, you know, you're looking around and you see these kind of big old mushroom caps and these big looking, skinny looking trees. And when the fireball hits the big tree in the center, they move and they twitch, kind of a little bit suspiciously. First up in the initiative is Agathor. I mean, I'll say that big tree in the center is probably about 30 feet away from you guys. And it's kind of all big, boggy, watery, disgusting kind of mess of land around you.
Alright. Well, first things first. As we're charging forward, I raise the blade. I like doing that so much. Anyway, I ignite the blade. And since we're still on the airship, as I'm igniting the blade, do we have a cam or a ballista? I think it's the ballista, right?
Sorry, you guys had Violet.
Oh yeah, we're not on
very-
the ship.
Yeah,
Oh, we're
Violet
not
very
on the ship.
expertly landed the ship with his roll. So yeah, you
Oh,
guys
okay.
disembarked from the ship into the grove. So you're just standing there right now.
Oh, alright. Then, yeah, I'm gonna ignite the blade, and since it doesn't look like there are any creatures, I don't really... The tree moved when it got hit, I guess I'll move up to go attack the tree. Yeah, might as well. Attack
Okay.
number 1. That's a 22 to hit.
First off, on your walk over there, one of those skinny trees that you saw twitch after the big tree get hit, you walk past it, and a branch lashes out and slaps you across the face, and that is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hit.
That is 5 damage.
As that happens, instead of attacking the big tree, I'll get smacked. Slowly turn. Looks like you're going first. 22 to hit. I'm gonna assume that hits.
Yeah.
Am I ignoring the physical damage or am I keeping that in?
Just roll damage, I would assume.
Yeah, just roll damage.
Alright, that's a total of 21 damage for the first hit. 6 of that is fire. And then second attack to try to... I go down, I come back to cruise it through. I'm chopping down trees left and right. That's a 26 to hit, and that is another 21, because I rolled a 12 and a 9 and a 15 and a 6, so another 21.
Alright, sorry, what was the fire damage from each of them then?
The fire for the first attack was 6, for the second attack was 9.
Alright, then the physical damage.
The physical damage for the first was 15, the second 12.
Did it even look like they took damage from the physical?
They took the, by the looks of it, they took half damage from the physical.
Ah. And yeah, that's my turn. Bonus action, and movement.
Okay. Violin. So on your turn, you saw a fireball hit the tree. Then you saw Agathor walk up to said tree, but then randomly turn around and start beating the shit out of a little shrub next to the big tree. What would you like to do on your turn?
Can I roll some sort of check to figure out what the fuck is going on here?
Well, that was your perception check there, friend.
Fair enough.
Unless you want to use your action to investigate in some capacity.
I don't suppose I could use my bonus action to do that instead? Specifically my action, though?
Yeah, sure, we can use a bonus action.
Is that an investigation check?
Yeah.
I'm good at these.
Why would you curse yourself?
God damn it. 13.
You, with your investigation check of 13, can tell that Agathor seems to have some kind of like slash across his face, presumably from a branch. So perhaps this particular tree has some kind of like self-defense mechanism or something.
Okay, that makes sense. Valen's still confused. But, this is his godson. So, chill touch. Does a 25 hit?
Yes.
Okay. 15 necrotic damage, and if it has a self-heal ability, nuh-uh.
Okay. You feel this being look up at you. The tree now somehow has eyes and a little grin on its little face, and this damage literally does nothing to it. In fact, if it weren't for you to prevent it from healing itself, it would have used this damage to heal what Agathor has already done to it.
Oh, okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Let's hit the blight with necrotic damage.
Well, it's already immune to my psychic damage, and those are my 2 damage types.
Wait, how did... I don't remember immunity to psychic damage being the thing.
The slime didn't feel it when I insulted it.
I don't think that means it's immune to it. I think it just means it didn't... I don't know. There's only one way to find out for sure.
I mean, this also isn't the slime, so...
Yeah. Well, that means I'm only stuck to... that means I'm just basic fighter right now, then, because... all my abilities that I could use, they all do necrotic, so...
Yeah.
It's okay, I got the sword. I'm good.
Is it my turn now or the tree's turn?
Violin, your turn's done?
It's bonus action, yeah, I got none.
Okay.
I'm gonna I'm just gonna stay away from anything that looks like it might wump me, but yeah.
This tree with a grin on its face. Now, you see the branch that actually hit Agathor, and then you see the other one lift as well. And still looking at you, Violin, it's going to take 2 swipes. Oof, not a good one. Better. Alright, so that was a 7 to hit and a 19.
Silvery barbs. Also, Agathor advantage.
Rude.
Yay.
Alright, that's an 18.
Fuck. 18 still hits.
And that is 5 damage.
Not awful.
He says.
I don't suppose
And
any of
then-
that damage was psychic, was it?
Nope, just slashing.
When...
And from behind, that's a 17 and an 18 to hit.
Hit Violin?
Violent again.
Yeah.
Both hit?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
That is 13 slashing damage.
From both or just from one?
From, that's both together. That was another little twig tree sneaking up behind you. It's slashing at you now. And it is now...
Did anything have to move past me to get to Violin?
No, because they moved forward closer to the tree. So you were behind. You're far. Like right now, you're 30 feet away from the big tree in the middle. They moved up like 15 feet, and they got intercepted by these twig trees.
Gotcha.
So, Tank, you, having seen your friend be now ambushed by these little twig trees in the center, your focus is still on what is going on with the big tree in the middle. Because you shot it with a fireball and didn't see anything really happen. You noticed the other kind of random movements around it, but you didn't see it do anything. And now you see it begin to stir. And it begins to kind of erupt from the ground and stand up, and now has arms and legs, and this big, it's got like the blight growing up into it, this fiery pink eyes, and it lets out this big as it begins to charge at you guys. And so first up is going to be, Agathor is going to be the first person in his path, so...
Come at me, no balls.
It is a tree, so you are right, it has no balls.
So when it erupts from the ground, there's a big old boulder next to it, and it just throws this boulder, like it bowls it, like it's bowling, fucking rolls it right towards Agathor. That is a 23 to hit.
Is that heat?
That is 10 bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty.
And then it charges at you as you're like getting you stand your ground, and the boulder like it crushes into your body and explodes, and you're standing there waiting. And as it explodes and the dust kind of settles, you see this big old tree running straight at you, and it raises its fist in the air and slams them down onto you for a natural 20 to hit.
That hits.
How
So that
many
is going to be
attacks does this thing get?
2. It threw a rock, and now it's going to slam it.
Fair enough. I thought it was going to count as all one organism.
That is 30 damage. Bludgeoning.
Holy shit.
As it slams it down onto you, Agathor.
30? Alright. Hey, Violent question. How long does that no healing thing last?
1 round.
1 round? Till the start of your
until
turn?
my next turn.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
And is it on the big tree?
No, it's on the one that wumped you.
Okay. Just checking.
It is
We don't
now... What?
I was going to say, we don't even know if it has the ability to heal itself. I don't know why Agathor was asking that. But it's my turn now?
Yes, Tank, it is now your turn.
Okay. As an action, I am going to cast Flaming Sphere. And then as my bonus action, y'all see Tank take out like a little ball of charcoal and wrap it into his hands, and he sets it on fire, and then it grows like 5 foot in diameter and 5 foot tall, and he hurls it towards the tree to ram the tree with a big ball of fire.
Where exactly are you
And
putting it?
It has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Does. Okay.
Did you put it next to the tree?
Yeah, I'm placing it next to the tree.
That means I have to also make a dexterity saving throw.
I imagine you put it
Only-
behind the tree.
Yeah, it's only within 5 feet, so I'll put it on the side of the tree that you are not on.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw, huh? Oh,
DC
that is
17.
a 5.
Okay, so 2d6 plus 4 coming up.
I wish I could rearrange my spell list on the fly like that.
I have Flaming Sphere because of Alchemist Artificer. 5 and 5 is 10 plus 4, 14 fire damage.
Hey, Violin, are you able to use Great Weapon?
And then, for movement, I will just, do I see any places that doesn't have any trees very close?
Well, the grove you're in is surrounded by trees, but it's within the actual radius of the bog and the big tree. You notice that, yes, there was only those kind of like 2 twig trees, but you had also noticed that there were these like little mushroom things that were also shivering.
Okay, so what you're saying is there's nowhere safe to stand, so...
I mean, you can, yeah, I would say you could find yourself, like, what are you trying to do? Make sure there's no enemies surrounding you?
Basically, yeah, I just want to make sure I can't be cornered. It's very hard to visualize a circular arena with
With what you know, it seems that there are 5 enemies within this arena. 3 of which are engaged with your 2 companions right in front of you, and then 2 are these little mushroom things that you saw shiver that haven't quite been revealed yet. Presumably, all the trees around you, as creepy as they are, and the blight being around them, that there's not much more of a threat. So, yes, if you get yourself between the trees and one of these enemies, you're technically cornered, but you can also just leave the radius as well and just escape through the trees. So, you can stand in a spot where you're not in any direct melee range. I can promise you that.
Okay, that's what I do.
Cool. But you haven't approached closer to the big tree and the twig trees or anything like that. So you're still kind of on the outskirts. That's kind of where the safest area seems to be.
Yes.
Alright. That means it is now said mushroom men turn. So, charging out of the muck, you see these kind of humanoid beings with big mushroom cap heads and just kind of weird stem-like, gross bodies. And they come charging forward, spores abound. And they are going to go straight for, I guess, head to just the Violin. Violin, that is an 8 and a 6 from the first one. And the second guy, another 8. Oh, and a natural 20. There we go. Repeating himself. So he's gonna do.
You sound like you're having too much fun, and I am concerned.
That is going to do. Oh fuck! So because it's an natural 20, I already did max damage, but then I rolled, and it's also max damage. That is 16 necrotic damage to you. They're violent.
I'm in critical condition. I need healing.
Already?
4 HP. Sorry, that's probably metagaming to say. I apologize, Diddy.
Alright, back to the top. Agathor, your go. You are now surrounded by a flaming sphere, a giant tree, 2 twig trees and 2 mushroom people.
How far is Violent from me?
He is immediately next to you.
Oh, Violent moved up too?
No, I didn't.
Did you not?
No, in fact, I
You said
specifically said...
You
Yeah.
You said you went up and did chill touch against one of the trees. That presumably means you are in melee range of that tree.
No, Diddy, Chill Touch has a range of 120 feet.
Oh, I thought that was a melee.
No, it's a
do see
very
how that-
confusing name, but it's got it's a ranged attack.
And it does necrotic instead of cold.
Okay, alright,
Yeah.
so you stayed at the outskirts then, closer to where Tank was. Meaning the fungal guys are surrounding you, whereas Agathor, you're surrounded by 2 twig trees and 1 big tree, and a flaming sphere behind that tree.
And how far is Violent from me?
So
Vile will be 15 feet to the outside of the circle from you.
So 15 feet, okay. Okay, dang it though. But I kinda need my help.
Don't worry, I've got a plan.
I can also do a little bit of healing.
I've got a plan.
Can the trees? No, there'd be no point because it wouldn't do damage to it. It just, if I hit it, just heal me. That'd be the only thing it do. Okay, I'm just going to, I'm gonna continue slashing. First attack to the tree I was hitting already, since I have
Don't
advantage.
forget, it's an
because-
advantage. Yeah.
Advantage. That's a 21 to hit. Rolled a 14.
Yep, that hits.
8 slashing, 7 fire.
Okay, this is against the big tree?
No, the tree that I was hitting already. So the tree that smacked me.
So it's 7 fire?
Yeah. 8 slashing.
And how many
7
slashing?
fire. 8 slashing.
Alright. Yeah, so you, with your flaming sword, you burn and cut this tree directly in half, and it just falls down like basically a stick now. And you kill it.
And then
Nice.
as I kill it, bring my blade back up and around towards. I'll say. I don't know what the little mushroom twink things are. I'm gonna slash one of them.
Well, the mushrooms are over by Violent. I was mistaken
they're
with
by
that.
Violent. Oh, okay.
They're by Violent. Tank's alone. Violent surrounded, and you're surrounded.
So I killed one of the trees there. I'm assuming there's another small tree and a big tree.
There is a small twig tree and the big tree.
Okay, then yeah, bring the blade back up to the big tree. Oh, whack attacker. Ah, that's an 11 to hit. I don't think that hit.
That is not good enough.
Yeah. So,
It's got some
blade
tough
up.
bark.
Yeah.
Hey, Agathor.
Bark. Yeah.
Hey, Agathor. You're
What?
barking up the wrong tree.
You know, I think
what?
this thing has a lot of bark, but it seems to have plenty of bite too.
You know what? You're right. And on that note, I'm going to
Inspiration to Violent and Tank. Not in character, but it was funny.
I'm going to
I'll take it.
as my action. As a bonus action, I'm going to place a seal on Violent, and then use my ability to use my reaction to then teleport to Violent.
So you don't
Okay.
have an opportunity attack. Smart.
Yeah. I'm not trying to
Alright,
And
so
I
you're
have
over by
backup.
Violent, but you are now within melee range of the 2 fungus mushroom people.
As I get
Okay.
over there, I want to like raise the blade like I'm ready to attack, hopefully to get their attention off of Violent and onto me.
Alright, Violent, it is your turn.
Okay. Question: does this Agathor have the Great Axe of Gaining on him?
No,
yes, I
you
would.
gave that to Satan.
Fuck.
Oh wait, yeah, I did
Um,
give that to Satan as a gift. Never
Alright,
mind.
well, first things first, I'm gonna second wind. I fucking need a second wind.
I still have a
Okay.
great
Oh, yeah.
axe on me. Well, no, I have a great sword.
Okay, so 10 HP isn't awful.
Not awful.
Especially considering you roll a d10.
Yeah. Well, I roll a d10 and then I add my fighter level.
Oh, that's plus.
Um.
Oh, no, that's not plus 7. It's multiple.
Okay, action-wise, dirty 20 to hit one of the fungi men.
Alright, that does hit.
Great. And I'm going to spend a psionic energy die to do some extra damage. So that is 5 slashing and 3 force. Is he still kicking?
Yes, he is.
Thought so. Action surge, second verse, same as the first. Ooh, less good. Does the 13 hit?
A 13 does hit.
Yes. And then more psionic energy. Okay, only 3 slashing and 1 force this time.
Sorry, how much force?
1.
Very,
Alright.
very bad damage roll.
Still
I'm not a melee.
standing.
I'm not a melee guy.
Still standing and not looking pretty worse for wear at this point.
Not looking worse for wear.
Not looking worse for wear.
Yeah.
Probably
Alright,
resistance.
it is now little twig guy's turn, and
Hey, is there a way that I could have placed the flaming spear where it's within 5 feet of the big tree and the twig tree?
I mean, when you placed it, there were 2 twig trees available. So I will say yes, but you're gonna roll me a d4. Evens, you placed it against the one that is still alive. Odds, you placed it on the opposite side, and it didn't. It's not gonna be within melee range of the other guy.
Alright. Hey, I got a 4. Evens.
Alright, so you placed it kind of in between the big tree and the twig tree that just so happens to still be standing.
Yep, go ahead and roll a dexterity check, please, before he moves. If he planned on moving.
Yes, he was gonna... well, let me actually just do this first, because you got the enemy right next to him. You did attack. He failed his wisdom save, so instead of moving away, he's actually gonna turn and slash on the big fireball.
I don't know that anything happens.
You can damage
It
those
has,
things. I played
yeah,
ball with
it has HP.
The flaming sphere has HP.
it does.
It's not listed.
I'll look.
It's
I'll
not
look it up,
listed
but
in
it
the
might.
spell description. There's nothing that says AC or.
Oh yeah. It doesn't.
Yeah, I don't-
I'm looking at the spell right now. It's just a ball of fire. There's
Oh,
fucking
that's
nothing to it. It's
I-
just a ball of fire. There's nothing to
I'm
hit.
sorry, but playing Baldur's Gate, when I create a flaming sphere, enemies attack it and it hurts it.
Baldur's Gate isn't a 1-to-1. I'm looking. I can show you screenshots, but I'm looking at the spell
No, it's fine.
right now.
It's fine. Well, he still failed
from
his
the-
wisdom save, and he rolled a natural 1 on one of his attacks. So I'm going to say something stupid happens to the stupid little twig guy, just because it just so happened to happen that way.
He swings on it and he fucking burns himself.
So what's the fire damage that your flaming sphere usually does?
2d6.
All right, so he's going to take 12 damage.
It's also a dexterity save that would have made him pass it instead of fail it.
I mean, he swung his hand at the flaming sphere. I don't think he can dexterously move his hand around now when he specifically swung it there. All right, he did fire. He did some decent fire damage to himself. Now knowing that he shouldn't attack the big flaming sphere, and having also failed the wisdom save previously, he is going to run away from said flaming sphere and now run towards his mushroom companions. So I guess you get to do a attack of opportunity if you would like with your flaming sphere.
Nope, that I can't do that with the flame. I can only move it as a bonus action.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Then it runs away, and it's now going to be within melee range of Violin and Agathor.
I will also say, Diddy, that it's not like I can just do the spell forever. It is a concentration spell, so if I take damage, I have to maintain concentration. So it's not like
Okay.
it's impossible to make it go away.
No worries. It's fine. Okay. That was his turn. It is now the big tree.
Also, that also has to do with dexterity saving throw.
That is an 7.
Hold on. Actually, just because I've dealt with spells like that, does it say when you cast the spell they have to take damage, or it's at the start of their turn? If that's the case, then the big
It's
tree
at
will be
the
taking double damage. So that means the damage they took when you originally casted, what they would be taking now instead of this.
it's as a bonus action. I can ram it into people, and if you start your turn within 5 feet of it.
Oh, okay, yeah, you still had your bonus action. Okay. Sorry.
So it
Continue.
takes. Oh my god! It takes 14 damage. Okay, I swear to the number 14 is. I'm gonna go crazy. Not that that's bad damage or anything, especially.
Wait,
for
what kind of damage is it though?
It's fire damage.
Right. That's right. The flaming sphere. Idiot. Okay. So it's going to run away from the flaming sphere, though, knowing that it's not going to do anything over there. And he is going to roll himself a wisdom save. Failed that one, so he's going to follow the rest of the herd towards the people gathered. And he's going to get within melee range, but instead of attacking, he is going to kind of begin to hum to himself, and it sounds like a gurgling in his throat as this hum becomes this kind of guttural noise. And you notice that another one of these twig trees from out in the darkness comes to life.
Ah, there's more of them.
It spawns more of them, yeah.
That's okay. We just gotta focus on the big guy. As long as I don't lose concentration, my flaming spear should be able to wreck house.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get him away from us on my turn.
Okay. And that is going to be his turn. And so it is now Tank. Your go.
I take a look at Violin first. Try to assess if he still looks gravely wounded.
Not amazing, but I mean, I could probably take.
I'll do
2
a
hits.
first level, bonus action, first level healing word. I do get to add my intelligence to that because it's a healing spell. You gain 7 hit points. That was my, bonus action spell. So for my action, I can cast a cantrip, and I will aim that at the, big tree. Hit.
I'm at about half health now. I feel much better.
I got a dirty 20. I assume that hits the big tree.
That does hit the big tree.
Alright. 2d10 plus... Oh my god, I just threw my d10 in the trash.
Oh, now it's gonna be sticky.
Somebody roll...
Somebody roll a d10.
Already on it. It's rolling right now. Taking a while to load. That's a 2.
Sorry, how much damage?
I'm not sure.
I
Steve's
rolled
tank
a
has
2 on that.
vanished.
Oh, no, it was like they lagged out something. No, we cannot still hear you. Okay, now we can.
Okay.
Now we can.
Sorry, I don't know what just happened. Did anybody ever roll 2d10?
You were supposed to roll 2d10? I rolled 1d10.
Yeah, I was asking if you could.
That's a total of 6. I rolled a 2 and a 4.
So plus 4, that is 10 fire damage. Sorry about the delay. I had to hang up and join the call again for some reason.
Okay, Tank, is that your turn then?
That was action, bonus action.
Now, I'll let you know that the twig tree that came to life is on the outskirts of the circle behind you.
They don't seem to hurt too bad, so I'll stand in place for now and see how it goes. Just to kind of take the focus off the other guys that are already flanked on every side.
Okay, and it is now the mushroom guy's turn. So they are going to swing their weird branchy arms and attack at... One is going to attack at Agathor.
Yes, it worked.
That is a 21 to hit.
That hit.
And an 11.
Alrighty.
And that is 8 necrotic damage to Agathor. And the other one is going to attack Violent.
Wait, what was the 11 for then?
What?
You said that was 21 to hit. I said yep, and then you said 11.
Yeah, they attack twice.
Oh, I thought that was 11 damage. Okay.
No, he took 8 damage.
Okay.
Interrupting my flow here, man. 8 necrotic damage to Agathor. Now stop taking the spotlight. I'm attacking Violent now. I'll get back to you, okay? Just hold your horses.
This isn't the Agathor show.
Sorry there, Violent. That was an 18 and a dirty 20 to hit you, Violent.
Jesus Christ, they don't miss.
And that is 12 necrotic damage there, Violent.
Use a reaction to try and negate some of that.
You're very muffled, man. You gotta speak up.
What's the reaction? How are you doing this?
It's a psionic fighter ability. Once per long rest, I can throw up a force field around myself and reduce the damage by, I believe, a D12?
Oh, if you can tell me that more confidently, I'll allow it to happen.
Protective field. When you or another creature you can see within 30 feet of you takes damage, you can use a reaction, expend a psionic energy die, roll the die. Okay, so it's a D6 right now. That's why. Fuck! Only one.
Oh no!
So still, it's 11 damage I take instead of 12.
Indeed.
Hey, that one might save your life.
Alright, but it's back up to Agathor.
Alrighty. The big tree and everything is here now, correct?
You are surrounded by the big tree, 2 mushroom people, and 1 twig person, and Violin, your trusted companion, is right next to you as well. And there's 1 other twig person in the distance behind Tank.
Alright, bonus action, I'm gonna place another seal on the big tree. So 2 seals down, 1 on Violent, 1 on the big tree. I don't know why I put 1 on Violent. I could just put 1 on the mushroom. Anyways, it's on the big tree, and then that As a hit an injured creature. Alright, so for now I gotta hit the tree. I'm gonna hit the tree with the sword. Whack attacker. That's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
That's 8 slashing, 9 fire. And now it is marked for death. And by that, anybody it attacks that's not me, it has disadvantage on attacking them now. And if it attempts to run away, it has to make a wisdom saving throw. And then a second attack, I'm going to... Ooh. Should I fully focus the big guy? Or should I try to take out some of the minions? Because the minions will add up eventually. I'm gonna attack the twig tree that was also next that took damage from Tank's fire. So second attack is going to them. That's a 23 to hit.
Yep.
That is 7 slashing and 4 fire.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that little twig tree is looking pretty crisp. Looking pretty injured at this point. The big tree still looking okay. Still a big old tree, just some scorch marks on it and little hacks in the side of its bark, but still standing. Is that your turn then, Agathar?
Yep, that's your turn.
Violin, your go, bro. You're very quiet right now. I can't hear you.
I need the twig and I need the big guy to both make wisdom saves.
Okay. Big guy. That is a 15 for the big guy.
Damn it.
And that is presumably better. Oh, -1. 15 for the little guy.
Double damage.
I'm fucked. My health is fucked. Regardless of what I do, silvery barbs wise. So fucking silvery barbs on the big guy's save.
Okay. That is a 16.
God. I can't catch a break. Well, they're still gonna take some psychic.
He's quite wise.
Are you casting Dissonant Whispers?
Yeah, I double spelled it. So they each take 5 psychic. And Diddy, the answer to this question is going to be the answer as to whether or not I cry myself to sleep tonight. Do they take... Do I feel like I've taken the full effect of what I could have done here?
Yes.
Okay.
You were really waiting for me to say no. They took nothing from that.
Also,
It is
tank advantage.
Tank is advantage. Oh, it's in their barbs, right? Alright, so, from behind you, coming out of the woods, you knew it was there. This twig guy comes running right up to you, Tank. He's gonna slash at you. Ugh. That's a 5. Ah! It's another 5. He, like, trips on a root, ironically, and swipes and misses both times.
I don't know why that got me so bad, but god damn it.
Imagining this scene, it's Agathor and Violin back to back, surrounded, being pummeled by these creatures. Tank off.
Hey, you
in the
guys
distance.
are fucking bad boys with the force.
Tank off in the distance, fighting one, and it just runs over and trips and falls.
But he's still within melee range of you, though. Tank, you just fucked it up. Alright, the other twig guy is going to attack at Agathor.
Combat.
That is, sorry. As a 17,
That hits.
Oh, and a natural 1.
That misses.
They both miss?
Oh no, 17 hits.
Oh, 17 hits, okay.
17 hits, natural 1 misses.
That is 5 slashing damage.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm doing alright on health.
Alright, the big guy now. The big guy is frustrated with how long this is taking, so he's going to take his big old fists and slam them down once on Agathor. That is a 16 to hit.
Just hits.
And then once on Violin. That is a 22 to hit.
It has disadvantage to hit Violin.
Right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 17 to hit.
Why does it have disadvantage on me?
Because I marked it for death, and if it attacks anyone but me, it has disadvantage.
Right. For some reason, I thought that was one of the mushroom guys.
No, that was no. Also, violent if you do attack anyone. Oh wait, no, I didn't hit you. Never mind, you're fine. I forgot I put one on you to teleport.
That's 19 damage to you, Agathor.
Alrighty.
That's 20 damage to you, Violent.
Okay, so you guys know that Skyrim glitch where the giant runs up to you and hits you and then you go into the stratosphere?
Yeah,
Is that what happened?
That's what happens to Violin.
You're down?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, I mean, I'm up if you count the fact that he just fucking no-clipped me into the sky.
When violent goes down, it really doesn't matter where my seal goes. I'm gonna put my seal on the healthiest looking mushroom boy next to me. Yeah, the healthiest looking mushroom boy next to me.
Well, you've barely done any damage to the one, but I'll put it on the other stronger one.
Actually, is the mushroom next to Tank within 30 feet?
It's a twig next to me.
Oh, the twig next to Tank in 30 feet? If so, I want to move it to that one, actually.
Sorry, what's the question?
Is if the one trying to attack Tank is within 30 feet of me?
Yeah, it would be. Your mic's got really muffled for whatever reason, so I'm just having a hard time hearing you.
Yeah, sorry. Try to fix that. Yeah, then I'll place the seal on that one instead.
Okay, that's fine. I wrote that down. And so your other seal is on the big tree.
Yeah, so big tree and
Okay.
twig boy next to Tank.
Alright, Tank, it is your turn.
We gotta take out this big tree. Bonus action, I'm going to ram the big tree with my flaming sphere. So another dexterity save.
It's a 14.
Still fails. Takes 14 fire damage again. I've rolled every combination of numbers you possibly can to get 14. And then for my main action, since I have advantage, I'm going to firebolt it.
Okay.
Nat fucking 20.
Beautiful.
Thank you for that
14
advantage,
damage.
Island. Stop it. So 10 plus 17, so 21 points of fire damage for the firebolt.
Ooh. Yeah, this, with that hit and the fireball as well, the flaming sphere, this thing, not only after the flaming sphere was looking pretty worse from where, with that additional damage, it's looking pretty rough now.
That
spark is chipping away and breaking apart.
I'll still,
alright.
If I'm not throwing the dagger as an attack, can I do that as a free action?
Your dagger.
Teleport.
Your
You have to
teleportation?
use a bonus action to teleport to it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eh,
Okay, that is asking a lot.
Yeah,
'Cause
it
normally
will be
trying
a
to-
kind of a, if you could use it as a free action, it'd be basically a permanent way to disengage without having to use any resources.
Well, I don't want to teleport. I just want to throw it. I didn't plan on teleporting this turn, but it's a.
I know, it just
throwing
means
a
that next
dagger-
turn you'll be able to use a bonus action to disengage, which I guess would be more like a rogue, and you're using this dagger.
I would still roll against it if it was me, because throwing a dagger is normally an attack, which is an action.
Alright, yeah. But if it's not going at anybody, I'll allow you to roll, but if it's bad, it's gonna land somewhere shitty.
All right. I'll end my turn. I'll stay within 5 feet of this tree. Wait.
Okay. A twig. Okay, it is the mushroom guy's turn. They're gonna swing at Agathor. That is an 18 to hit.
That hit.
Oh, and a natural 1.
That misses.
And then a natural 20. And then,
Oh my
a 21.
Oh no.
3 of those hit, 1 of those
Alright,
miss.
so that is gonna be a.
Oh no.
Oh, that's the wrong dice. You're lucky. Wrong dice, there we go. So that's gonna be.
No, it's fine. I'm all good.
It's 21 necrotic damage.
21 in total.
Yes. In total.
Alright. So you would watch as Agathor gets hit by all these attacks and stabs his blade into the ground. Then you see the fire of the blade glow brighter as he looks up with a crazed look in his eye. I'm not done. As I will use my ability to stay up on 1 HP.
Oh
Okay.
my god. 1 HP.
Yeah, they took me down. I had
Agathor, it is your turn.
It's my
Oh
turn.
no.
I'm looking at the tree.
Okay.
I'm taking that tree out. Ta 21.
21 hits.
13 slashing, 9 fire. Is it still standing?
It's still standing.
Second attack, 23 to hit,
That hits.
12 slashing, 9 fire.
Alright, it's still standing.
God damn it. Then I'm gonna place my last seal on I'm gonna place my last seal on the Twig Boy next to Tank again and use my reaction to move out the fucking way.
You're leaving Violin, who's down.
If I
That
go
means
down,
if
we're
you're
all
next
dead.
to if you're next to the Twig Boy, you're still within melee range of an enemy.
Yeah, I know. Ooh, actually, hold
Violin.
on. I can look
Nope.
at
Turn's done.
Okay, fine.
Violin, you're rolling me a death save there, my friend.
Yeah. Don't we, aren't we doing the thing where we don't say that out loud?
Yeah, Violin, message me, DM me.
Right.
Blink twice if it's a natural 1. Just make sure you blink really loud. Hopefully, this tree will go down when it starts its turn, because it has to make another dexterity save.
Alright, it is now Twig Boy next to you in their tank.
Where is
However... What?
There was like some crazy interference coming through.
Yeah, there was a lot of... Oh.
Damn it.
9, alright. He's going to keep taking the U-tank then. And that is going to be... Oops. That is a 12 and a 21. No? Tank? Is anybody there? Did I lose everyone?
I'm here. They're just
Hello?
quiet. I'm here. They're quiet.
Hello?
I think
There we go.
I think Tank is having the same problem that they were before. They might have to leave and rejoin again if they're speaking.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, now we can.
Now I can hear you.
My Discord keeps disconnecting for some reason. Did I get hit that time?
It
That was a 12
and
and a 21.
21 definitely hits.
Alright, that is 3 damage to you there, Tank.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a concentration check, which I should pass as long as I don't critically fail.
Yeah,
Because I
DC 10.
have to get... Oh yeah, if it's less than 10, then it's 10.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought the DC was 1.
Oh yeah, no, DC's 10.
Okay, I got a 17 on the die, so we're good.
And what's the spell you're holding up right now?
The flaming sphere.
Oh, right, okay. Okay. Then it is the other twig guy's turn, who is right next to Violin, who is down. I guess he's going to run instead over to Agathor and Tank, chasing after Agathor.
Is the flaming spear next to them though?
No, it's behind the big tree.
Big tree.
I
That is
don't
only an
think
8 to hit, and that is a 16 to hit, Agathor.
That just hit, so yeah, I'm going down.
Oh my god.
That is 3 damage.
Yeah, I'm down. I had 1 HP left.
Oh no.
Boom, boom, boom.
Alright, it is now the big tree's turn, which got to do a dexterity saving throw, right?
Correct.
That is a... Oops, I think that's a 9. Yeah, that's a 9.
10 fire damage.
Alright, so the flaming sphere rams into this tree as it tries to run towards the remaining enemies, and you see the remainder of this cracked kind of shell give way and crumble apart, revealing not this robust, bulky looking fat tree, but like a slender, almost like an old man almost, surrounded in this cocoon of blight and bark, and has freed him from his cage. And just as this happened, descending from the skies, plummeting with this kind of whistling speed, this flame shoots from Garrix and eradicates the remainder of the beings around you. The 2 mushroom folk turning back into worshippers of the Father of the Forest, and the trees turning back into just that, trees. And standing in front of you is the god you have been seeking.
I realize the gravity of this moment, but I still choose to heal my friends before I address the god. With my healer's kit, so that's a d6 plus efficiency for both of y'all, I believe is how it goes. Agathor, you get 5 hit points. Violin, you get 9 hit points.
Violet is very traumatized. He just has this 1,000-yard stare.
Did you roll in that one?
I mean, Diddy, do you want me to tell them, or do you want to keep it a secret?
Well, you're healed up now at this point.
You broke up at the last part.
You're fine. It doesn't matter. Your death saves are reset at this point, aren't they?
Yeah. I
Well, no,
didn't
no.
know. I want to make sure.
They don't. Sorry, I forgot. They don't reset until a long rest.
They don't reset till long rest?
No, unless that's a homebrew rule, that is not how that works.
Yeah, if that's a homebrew rule, then that's fine. But that is
Yeah.
definitely. I don't think that's a base rule.
I'm fairly certain it's not per combat. I'm pretty sure it is per.
No,
combat.
base rules. If you're stabilized, it resets.
Yeah, it's not even per combat. It's per HP. You get
Yeah.
back up at 1 HP and then knock back down.
It doesn't matter. He failed to save it.
Yeah, I got a 2.
It was just one.
Oh,
Not deciding.
still,
As-
he was on his way to the Deathless Lady.
As Agathor gets up, you just see him like look around, just like whirly, like getting ready back into combat. Once he realizes everything's done, just stabs the blade into the ground repeatedly out of anger. Just quit.
Seeing my companions being immediately wrought with PTSD, I will first I will bow to Garrix and thank him. Garrix, thank you coming in. Did I know you wanted to test our metal, but things were getting very dangerous. And then I'll walk to the god and bow, and I'll say, your sister has been very concerned about your well-being.
Oh, sorry. Before, so you addressed Garrix. I want to just get that out of the way before you go to the god. Yeah, just back to the spooky stuff. Arson.
Aye, Captain.
So when you're talking to Garrix, you once again descended after swooping in and saving the day. He looks to you all and goes, "That was sufficient, but not good enough. You have disappointed a god, and for that you must be punished." And he looks to Agathor again. "I offered you this as a blessing, and you denied me. Now it will be given as a punishment." And once again, you feel the hot breath of Garrix on yourself, Agathor. Instead of removing this level of exhaustion, you feel 15 generations of Agathors wailing as they vanish into existence.
Holy
And your
shit.
has been removed.
Wow.
Well, fuck. I like stops for a second, like shit. I'm just thinking, at least half of the motherfuckers going straight to hell. Another half are going to gods that they made deals with and demons that they made deals with. Oh god.
That also means that Vylon loses his connection to the last Agathor.
That too.
Yeah, Vylon, you feel your buddy, he's gone.
You guys haven't seen Vylon. When Vylon does magic, it isn't flashy, which makes it very alarming that Vylon's eyes are glowing a fucking alien yellow. And I mean glowing. Bright fucking hot.
Garrix, rest of the party. It wasn't impressive, and you have been punished, but I do believe you will hold true to your oath, or else further punishment will be set upon you. Go now to Culloden, and take care of the darkness dwelling there. I will be watching. And he takes off.
When he takes off, I go to the god and say what I said.
Sorry, what'd you say again?
I bow down and I'll address him. We came here to rescue you because your sister has been very concerned with your being. What was this god's name again? I don't seem to have it written down anywhere.
Welcome there. Thank you, my friend.
The father of the forest or the father of the woods or something like that.
You can call me the mother of the forest. And you were speaking of one of my sisters. Would this be the Lady of the Lake you speak of? She was always the strongest.
Yes, sir, Mr. Forrest. She chose us specifically to, resurrect your other siblings and yourself, so that we could, put an end to this blight and restore the Weaver, so that he could,
Good show there, old chap. You seem to have succeeded in rescuing me. And I'm feeling right now that it is just me who has been resurrected, because I can't feel my siblings at all, and even the lady herself is quite faint at this point.
I look down at my belly when he says that and wonder if that's what he's picking up on.
I can also feel that my land is quite weak and sick. What is happening here? Why is Ruinor so far from where I left it?
Do you know
an
the
ant-
four pit? Oh, sorry.
An entity called the Dark Lord has unleashed a blight on the lands. I believe Violet has some additional context he wants to add.
The Dark Lord is not an individual alone. He is 4 individuals sponsoring one king. The one who has set up a home not too far from here in Culloden. It's Pestilence. He trapped you here. It trapped you here. It allowed sickness to fester in your wood, in your plant, in the water, in the air, in the people, in you.
Not the people!
I am afraid your worshippers here, they were mutated. They have been obviously set free of these, but Violin's going to prestidigitation, conjure up an illusory mushroom folk from the fight just now. They were quite deadly, and he's going to prestidigitation the big fucking thing that fucking almost sent him through a wall last session. I'm afraid they were the weaker ones. This is what some of the stronger mutants look like.
However, they can be cured with I don't know if you had enough of yourself back yet to see it, but when the dragon breathed his fire on the worshippers, they were returned to their normal state. So, if you perhaps could work a deal, Garrick's very carefully worded though, because we just worked a deal with Garrick's, and I kind of feel like we got a little bit shitted. But yeah, he has the ability, or any dragon for that matter, has the ability to restore the people back to their natural state.
Roll persuade.
Rather, if that's in death or in life, they will still return to their natural state.
Sorry. Could my explanation of the illness have given him the help action?
Yeah, sure. We'll give it +1.
Yippee!
Oh god. I got a natural 20.
Oh wow, okay.
It feels it doesn't it feels very heavy after Agathor just lost all of his ancestors, but it's a natural 20 nonetheless.
Bittersweet. Natural 20.
Emphasis on the bitter part.
Alright. You seem like fine folks, and if my sister believed in you, then I shall too. I will not make a deal with another god, especially one of chaos and destruction that's not me. But I will make a deal with you, folks. You chosen few. I will come with you to Culloden to rid this evil from this land and assist you in any way possible there. I will also bestow upon you this great gift. And he reaches inside of his trunk, and you're gonna see like the bar kind of part, revealing like this little like home, almost like a bird's nest kind of size thing. And he reaches in and he pulls out this wooden horn that's kind of twisted goddess of horns, like, you know, gold filigree, like it just looks beautiful. And he hands it out to one of you. This is the Horn of Heroes, and it is a great and mighty gift, blown only in the most dire of circumstances. And who would like the Horn of Heroes?
Kin has.
Sure.
The Horn of Heroes. Thank you.
That's a actual D&D item, isn't it? That's not something that you homebrewed, right?
This is a homebrew version of whatever the Horn of Heroes is. I didn't know it was a D&D item.
I don't think it's exactly called that, but there's something similar.
Well, this is my own thing. You don't know what it does.
We know that we should only blow it in the most dire of situations.
Yes. And now, because you were so valiant and courageous in your battle with me, as I found out, I will allow you to rest here in this grove, where my beings will help keep watch as you sleep and regain your strength for our endeavor against Culloden and the darkness there. What say you to this?
That's very kind of you. Your
Vyland's
god.
gonna take a knee.
I recently find myself on the market for religion. Can I just hear like your what's your whole deal?
The one that they worship here, the long-standing god of Ruinor, just as my sister, the Lady of the Lake, is in Finvar. And, well, with the worship towards me, it helps keep the land, bountiful and replenished and safe. But a long time ago, my people began to worship something else, something darker, and forgot about me, and I lost my strength and lost my way, and eventually was taken by this darkness. My sister's people, they seem to still believe in her, but she is still being taken by this darkness.
You are saying a cult has brewed within Ruinor.
Some kind of sickness at the heart of Ruinor.
Can we show him the book and see if that's like a special item to him?
What book?
The book that had his the holy book. That we said that Linnea had, but you know, she's technically around.
Yeah, you show him the book, and to him, this book is kind of like the Bible. Like, he is God. This is infinitesimal and not important at all to him. This is what humans have written about it, but it doesn't mean anything.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I do appreciate your offer for the long rest, and I do believe me and my companions here will take you up on that.
Zah! We will watch over you. Enjoy your sleep. New friends. The Chosen.
We haven't really
things. Sorry.
haven't really eaten in like the past couple days. Can we have like some fruits and vegetables to like are y'all vegetarians?
these lands are pretty well dead at this point. I don't know if I can find you anything of that sort right now.
That's
Oh, do you
okay.
not
I'm sure
have-
I'll have rations.
Do you not have rations? I can share some of mine.
I'm sure it's just nice to have fresh food every once in a while. Fucking Garrick's rushed us here, and we didn't really stop for a proper meal.
Yes, that
Yeah.
reminds me. Violin's gonna turn to the sky and flip off the fucking dragon in the sky. And remember, oh yes, I have the ring. Just shut him out entirely and then fall face first into the fucking ground. Dead, tired.
I guess before I go to rest, I'll go to Agathor. Do you want to talk about it?
As you get over to Aguilar, he's just not sitting, just standing there. Blade just like facing the ground, still aflame. And he's just keeping it aflame, and he's just you just hear slow, steady, but deep breathing, and he just shakes his head.
It's not healthy to bottle it all up, Agathor. It's just gonna lead to more resentment and anger, which you rightfully should feel. But it's not healthy to hold on to for too long, so just remember that, okay? And then I'll walk away and set up my my little mat, eat some rations, and go to sleep.
Okay. So you guys have a nice, finally restful rest underneath the fogginess of the forest. You can't see the night sky. Unfortunately, the grove is still covered by this unnerving fog. And as you sleep, Violin and Agathor, you awake in this weird... It's very similar to where you were, except not so much bog. Just foggy, haunted, like blight-ridden forest woods, all dead.
Do we see each other?
You actually, in fact, see your entire party. You, Agathor, Linnea, Tank, you're all there. And you see surrounding you in all directions is the blight. And it's getting closer and closer to you and your friends. Everyone, or both of you, roll me an insight or survival check.
So I'm not having this dream?
You are not.
Vision, or... Okay. I have a pretty good guess as of why.
That's a low roll. That's an 11.
Natural 20 for a 23.
Hell yeah,
Fair.
everybody gets one.
Violin, you can feel this blight. You can feel its hunger. It must feed on someone. It's going to take one of you or your companions. But you have this opportunity to pick who it takes. So, Violin, who does the blight take?
Me.
Unconsciously, your mind has already made a decision. It's not even a matter of you have to puzzle it out. It already knows. It's going to take that one. But it's a matter of you need to convey it to me, the DM. Who is it that your mind would instantly think of the moment it was given this option? As regrettably as it might be, as ashamed as they would be in the situation, where does their mind go?
Do you want me to DM this to you, or do you want me to say it out
You
loud?
DM. Agathor, it takes you a little bit longer, because you're a little slow still, thanks to your dad. But you get the same question. So DM me. Who does the blight take? Can be you or any of your allies.
I almost made a mean joke that I will save for once we go off air.
Nah, say it now. Let's get canceled.
It's not that kind of joke.
Ah.
Okay. So your nightmare continues. You don't have a really restful night, but you still get the full effects of a full rest. I'll allow it. And you guys all awake in the grove the next morning, ready to get going with your adventure. And that is where we're going to leave today's session.
Do we level up?
You do not.
Saw.
You had my hopes up.
Aw.
You're mean. You
All
got my
right, well,
hopes
thank
up.
you for tuning in to another fantastic episode of Fantasticness and Fate and Folly. We will see you in 2 weeks for our next session. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
Good night,
Goodbye.
everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Good
Thank you for
night.
tuning
Bye,
in.
good
See
night,
you
good night,
later.
bye.